Good morning, Jim Whitehead here. You know, I'm always here almost every day. I hope I try every day. Anyway, welcome. And I still have to send my best prayers and wishes for all the folks that were very heavily hit with Helene, and I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm in South Florida, so yes, we were affected by the storm, but nothing. Just a little lost power. Is that a big problem? And I have a backup. So, I'm sorry. I really feel bad because, those that are in hurricane areas would say, gee, you should say I can expect something to happen. But when you're up in, South Carolina, North Carolina, Georgia, when a storm isn't coming in from the Atlantic way, instead coming up the Gulf, boy, you never expect what happened to happen. And again, I send my best and thank you for being here. Okay, today we're going to talk about the Yeti. Also known as the abominable snowman, is a legendary creature believed to inhabit the Himalayan regions of Nepal, Bhutan, and Tibet. Described as an ape-like being, the Yeti is a prominent figure in Himalayan folklore and has been subject of numerous expeditions and investigations. Despite widespread interest in reported sightings, there is no verifiable scientific evidence of confirming its existence. And a lot of these that I do for you, that's exactly what happens. It's like, Jim, are you making this up? So, anyway, boy, and if you were on a trail wherever in any of those areas and this guy came up to you or you saw him behind a tree, you're in trouble. Anyway, okay, the physical appearance. The Yeti is typically described as a large bipedal creature standing between 6 to 10 feet. Now, that's English. Now, in metric, 1.8 to 3 meters tall. And I always joke about I wish we were on the metric system. Although, when you're 75 years old and you're used to learning the English system, it's I know it doesn't happen. It won't happen. It is said to be covered in shaggy hair or fur, usually dark brown, reddish, or white, which provides camouflage in the snowy environment. Witnesses often report a robust build with long arms, a conical head, and large feet, leaving behind sizable footprints in the snow. Now, I know there's been a lot of fake stuff and people putting into the snow what looks like an abdominal snowman footprint. But, you can't keep going through all these descriptions and have it where it's all made up. So let's hope. Okay, accounts suggest that the Yeti is a solitary, and elusive creature, primarily nocturnal and inhabiting remote mountainous areas. If it generally does come out at night, you can kind of surmise that maybe that's why there hasn't been too many direct sightings or proof. But again, for all this time of talking about it, there's got to be a little bit something behind this. It is often associated with mysterious sounds such as whistles, howls, or guttural noises, and is believed to be reclusive, avoiding human contact. No kidding. Okay, among the indigenous Sherpas, people of the Nepal, Tibet, The Yeti holds a significant place in folklore and spirituality. It is sometimes revered as a guardian of the mountains and forests, embodying the wild and untamed aspects of nature. Stories of the Yeti are passed down through generations, often serving as cautionary tales or moral lessons. Like, if you don't go to bed or you don't eat your dinner, a Yeti's going to come and get you. Okay, the term Yeti comes from the Sherpa word Yeti, hope I'm saying that right, meaning rock bear. In various Himalayan languages and cultures, the creature is known by different names and attributes, sometimes depicted as a dangerous beast, other times as a benign or even protective entity. Again, whatever works. I'd rather have this, the Yeti being what we would call my friend. Anyway. Okay, expeditions and sightings. Western interest in the Yeti began in the 19th century when the explorers and mountaineers reported unusual footprints and encounters. In 1921, during the British Mount Everest reconnaissance expedition, Lieutenant Colonel Charles Howard Berry reported seeing dark shapes and footprints, coining the term abominable snowman, after misinterpreting local guides' descriptions. Now, there's been expeditions to try to say, well, let's get this done for, and find whether it's real or not real. In the 1950s, Tom Slick expeditions, American oil tycoon Tom Slick, pretty good name for an oil guy, financed several expeditions to search for the Yeti, collecting hair samples and eyewitness accounts, but yielding no definitive evidence. Sir Edmund Hillary and Desmond Doing in 1960, the first confirmed climber of Mount Everest. Sir Edmund Hillary led an expedition to investigate Yeti reports. They found no conclusive proof suggesting that sightings could be misidentified wildlife. And yeah, I know you want to say I'd rather see this or see a bear. Not that a bear is common, and not that if you come into a bear's presence, that it's like, hey, how you doing? We're just here for a little bit looking for the bad guys. Anyway, the renowned mountaineer claimed to have encountered the Yeti in 1986 and later suggested that the legend might be based on Himalayan brown bear or other known animals. Okay, physical evidence. Many explorers have documented large footprints in the snow attributed to the Yeti. However, experts often attribute these to bear tracks distorted by melting snow or multiple overlapping prints. Okay, now talking about samples. Samples collected over the years have been subjected to DNA analysis. Most have been identified as belonging to known animals such as bears, goats, or yaks. Now, with scientific investigations and explanations, DNA analysis studies, in 2014, a team led by genetist Brian Sykes analyzed hair samples attributed to the Yeti. The results matched DNA from ancient polar bears, leading to speculation about unknown bear species. And that's very possible too. You always have to have an open mind and never say never. However, further studies contested these findings, identifying samples as belonging to known bear species. The poor bear, you can blame for all this. Anyway, in 2017, the neat thing on any of these is they don't give up. That's good. And I don't give up. So we keep working on this channel. And thank you very much. In 2017, 9 Yeti samples, bone, tooth, skin, hair, and feces, and found that 8 belonged to various bear species native to the region and 1 to a dog. Oh, dear. Misidentification of wildlife. Bears, the Himalayan brown bear and the Tibetan blue bear are often considered the most likely explanations for the Yeti sightings. Their size, coloration, and ability to walk short distances on hind legs contribute to this misidentification. Okay, langur monkeys or yaks. Other animals like langur monkeys or yaks might be mistaken for Yeti uncertain conditions, especially in poor visibility or from a distance. Wow, psychological factors. Yeah, we're all a little crazy, right? Anyway, expectations and legends. The power of the suggestion and the influence of local legends can affect perception, leading people to interpret ordinary events as extraordinary. And I get it. You know, there can be good things and not so good things. Okay, harsh weather, altitude sickness, and isolation in the Himalayas can impact cognition and perception. I guess that's my excuse, right? I'm at a high altitude in South Florida. Anyway, potentially contributing to Yeti reports. Okay, the literature and film. The Yeti has been featured in various books, documentaries, and movies, often portrayed as a mysterious or menacing figure. This media presence perpetuates public interest in the mythos surrounding the creature. Tourism. In regions like Nepal, the Yeti has become a part of cultural identity and a point of interest for tourists, with museums, merchandise, and guided tours capitalizing on the legend. Okay, in conclusion, despite numerous expeditions and extensive research, the existence of the Yeti remains unproven. Scientific evidence suggests that sightings and physical traces attributed to the Yeti are more likely explained by known animals, particularly bears, combined with the rich tapestry of the Himalayan folklore and the challenges of high altitude environment. The Yeti continues to capture the human imagination, symbolizing the enduring allure of unknown and the mysterious that the natural world still holds. So that's it for today. I want to thank you. I know it's a little longer, but please forgive me. I'm not real good at, and I say this to my wife all the time, I'm not good at telling short stories or part of a story. Anyway, thank you for being here. And again, all my best to anybody that's having problems in our country related to Hurricane Helene. And God bless and thank you.